Now, I'd like to come back to a previous theme, and this theme is the moving of clips. If I wish to move a clip, then, as we saw in the introduction, I can move it with the mouse. In doing so, what is rather important is which mode is active. If I'm in insert mode, then any gaps left will be closed up automatically. I'll select this clip, and with drag and drop I'll move it to a new position. And in doing so, it's moved to the new position, and the gap where the clip was is automatically closed by the other clips, which slide into the correct position. I'll undo, and just to demonstrate, I'll switch to overwrite mode. I'll slide it over here, and in this case, the clip overwrites everything at this position and leaves a gap that I have to close manually. So, it's important when moving either a single clip or multiple clips with the mouse that I am in insert mode. I can of course select multiple clips and then move this group of clips to the desired position, and the other clips will close the gap again. This method of working with the mouse is an excellent method when the zoom setting is correctly specified. In my case, it's rather easy to do everything as I don't have too much material on my timeline. However, if for example I had a much longer project, then I would have to work in a different zoom setting, perhaps one like this. And then it makes no sense just to select various clips from here and to try and position them to a new specific position. In such a case, then it would be much better to zoom into the desired location from where I want to take the clips. I'll use the Shift button and the right mouse key and zoom back in here. Now, I wish to move this clip, for example, to a new position. And as we mentioned, with the mouse, this would be rather impractical in a larger project. And so, I'll use a new function, one that I find in the Edit menu, and that is the Cut function. We know this function from various other programs, for example Word, and this function is in almost every software. When I select this function, the desired clip is removed from the timeline and stored in the clipboard. And now it's in the clipboard, we can decide what we want to do with it. And I could say, well yes, I'd like to position this clip at a new location. For example, here towards the beginning. Edit, paste, to the cursor position. And then the clip is inserted here. And as I'm in the correct mode, everything else slides further along. The only thing that hasn't happened, even though I'm in insert mode, is that the gap has not been closed automatically. So I'll undo everything again. And when I select the clip and go back into the Edit menu, we can see that apart from Cut, there is also the Ripple Cut function. And this is what we want, as this is the same as Cut, except the gap closes up automatically. And so I'll select Ripple Cut, the clip is taken, and now, as we said, if working in a larger project, I can easily find the position I want to place the clip at, and then I zoom to that position and insert the clip once again using Paste. I've done this at the end just for this test, but of course I could have inserted it here at the beginning. And so the clip is inserted, and there is no gap, as I used the Ripple Cut function instead of the simple Cut function. I can also use the function Cut or Ripple Cut on multiple clips, and this is very useful when working in a larger project. Select the clips required, and under Edit, choose Ripple Cut, find the desired position you want to insert them to, and insert the clips at that position.